Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Red Car Effect. My name is Shiko, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you stay. If you're returning, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Today I want to talk about the topic. Today was kind of caught between two, but I said talk about choosing your heart. I think this is very, very relatable for very many people. Choosing your heart. Heart is going to be there. Life was never promised to be a smooth ride. It is going to have ups and downs, and it has its ups and downs. So you get choices. You get to choose, to make some choices to make your life a little easier, or not. Like, you get choices. So the choices can make your life a little easier, or they could make your life way harder than it needs to be. So today I'm focusing on, health and wellness, your choices in health and wellness, your choices in career and work, your choices in what makes you, like, it's the spirituality aspect. Your choice in your spirituality. I think that's how I can place it. And the last one would be your choices in how you want to grow yourself, your personal development and learning and such. But the first one I want to start with is health and wellness. You get a choice. You get a choice to do the things that will make your life easier or harder. So you get a choice in how you work your body, what you want, what you're planning for. If you're not thinking of the future in terms of 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, you're thinking of the future in terms of tomorrow morning, your choice will be poor. Your choice will be very poor. You're thinking really, really short term. Your health, what you're doing now is laying the ground for how your life will be in the future. If you're not taking care of this body now, it's the same body that's supposed to take you through the next 20, 30 years, if you're blessed enough to see that age. And if you take care of it, your quality of life will be much better. Like, if you've heard these people talk, if you're following the right content, you'll see these 70, 80-year-olds who are very fit, and they're living their lives pretty well. Their grandkids are grown up. They are traveling with their grandkids. They're traveling by themselves. They're just seeing the world, and they're just living a really good life. But the flip side of that is this 80 or 70-year-old who is walking with a walker, who has to take jabs for diabetes, who has to move around with a personal caregiver, because you have to be wheeled around everywhere. All these people make choices. So I am trying to be the person who makes the choice that is sustainable. I want to make a choice that's going to give me the best chance at life, at a good life, a healthy, at a mobile life. Yes, there is still a possibility that I could die tomorrow, or a bus could hit me, but there's also a very big possibility that I will see that age, and I want to be prepared for that age. I don't want to be struggling with high blood pressure and off the charts sugar, insulin levels. Like, if this can be fixed now, why am I waiting until later? Why am I waiting to get to the elastic limit, then start acting? It's way, way easier to prevent something from happening than to reverse something that's already happened. In the case of things like the lifestyle diseases, calling them lifestyle diseases because we know they're lifestyle diseases, diabetes is very preventable. It is even treatable. I've seen people treat this thing. But if the conventional medicine tells you take a pill and you'll be fine, take a pill for the rest of your life or for however long, and sell you something, and there's someone else who is telling you just change your diet and cut back on this and cut back on that, and you'll live medicine free. And we still choose, again, choice. We still choose to do the thing that's going to hurt us in future. So as a choice, I am trying to live a bit more healthy. So I will feel when I'm off course. I am currently, at least I am now more than ever, making my own food. So I know what's in my food. Sometimes I'll put away way more water than I need to put in there, but I know it's there. So I know I know what I'm doing. Say in a week, maybe the day I'll have a pastry, the next day I'll have a salad. Like, I'll balance things out and try and be on the straight and narrow more times than not. No one's telling you to buy and only eat boiled food or just bore yourself to death with your food. I think food is an experience, and we're put on this earth to have those experiences. So eat the good food. Just be moderate. Know when to stop. I have embraced intermittent fasting, and it's been working for me. It's helped me drop a lot of weight. It wasn't fast. It was a gradual process. It's more so last year when I actually decided to be a bit more conscious about it. I cut back my eating window to 6 hours, so between midday and 6 p.m. It slips up sometimes within around an hour, but if I can push it, I'll push it. I'll eat my first meal at 3 p.m. And I know when there's a week I'll just be off and I won't do it quite as well, but I'm aware of it. And I know I've just veered off the course a little bit, and I'll get back. So for me, the choice to keep myself healthy so that I can have a better quality of life in future, that's conscious. It's not happening. It's not happening without my knowledge. It is a thing that I am doing on purpose, knowing that if I cut back on this, it will increase my this. Another choice you get to make is whether to party all night and have something when you have something else to do the next day. How much are you drinking? How much rest are you getting? I'm very particular about my rest. I try to at least have a decent 7 hours. I don't sleep that much and I don't sleep that heavy, but I sleep well and I wake up rested. Other times I wake up after 4 hours, 5 hours, and I'm feeling fresh. I'm okay. And I'm good to run the day, and I won't take naps in the middle of the day. But you can feel when you're feeling, you can feel when you're working at optimum, and you can feel when you're working below par. Your body will tell you. So you can pretend not to hear your body telling you things until it screams, and your body does know how to scream at you. It'll give you something that will shut you down all the way down, and you have to sit there and try to fix the problem. But then what we do is just look at the symptom. We treat the symptom. We don't treat the actual problem. Sometimes our problem is that we don't get enough rest. So we need to get enough rest. I try to prioritize my rest. I'll go out and I'll make sure I'm home early. If I am drinking, I will drink bare minimum, because also I have small kids who are going to come and shout in the morning. I don't want my head. I don't want to give them that version of me that's hangover and just wants to sleep. That's not fair on my kids. It's not fair on my partner. It's not fair on anyone who's going to meet me, because I'm grumpy and I'm the one who decided to do the all-nighter and exhaust myself knowing I have a life that's waiting for me the next day. So I am very particular about that choice. I try and make the choice that's going to benefit me for my well-being. So in the grand scheme of things, at some point the choice to pick me was harder, and I'd always just go off on benders and just exhaust myself. I don't know why that was still a choice, but it was an easier choice then. Now my easier choice is to not drink that evening, is to get back home by midnight, is to make sure I get enough rest. My choice has now changed. The easy choice is pick me. Love you, pick you. And that has worked for me brilliantly. And I wish I'd have done this a lot earlier, a lot sooner. But the 20s are for experiencing life, and really we did experience it. The choice about what you do with your life, career-wise, work-wise. If you're going to spend your life doing something, I think it needs to be something that you have chosen to do because you like to do it. Anything other than that, I think is selling yourself short. You might be in a dead-end job that you don't like, but you should be focusing on a thing that you want in your future, a better future, a thing that you would want to do, and start working towards it. Otherwise, you keep getting mediocrity if you settle for mediocrity. There's a time my partner asked me or suggested, well, it was more of a suggestion, that I should go back and get go back to school and get a master's or something. And at that point, well, I guess he was coming from a good place, but at that point I just could not imagine what in the hell I would be going back to school for. I had nothing that I was not interested in anything, so I was just going to go to school and do what? And he threw around a few options, like, you could do business, you could do, like, I have no interest in that. Like, I don't want to do something just for the sake of doing something. I want to do something that I have decided I want to do. So at that point, I didn't see the point of going back to school. And I didn't know that at one point I'd actually want to go back to school and choose to go back to school. But then it was a choice that I made because I found something that I wanted to be good at. I found something that spoke to my soul, and I just want to do it because I want to do it. I don't have to be paid to do it. I just want to know how to do it well enough so I can do it. And that, I think, is where the biggest joy has come from. Knowing that I am doing the thing, or I am working towards the thing that I want to do. I am choosing to do. So work-wise, oh man, I've seen people who work, and at this age, we can see both sides pretty well. And I like this midlife spot. Carl Jung says something about this midlife spot. This part, I'll probably write a little comment when I'll put a comment somewhere on the screen about the thing that life starts at 40, and everything before then was just, I think, trial and error or a rehearsal or something. And it made so much sense because I can see where I've come from, because I feel like I just came from there, but I can see where I'm going. I can see people who are on the other side, and I can see how the people have chosen to live their life. Different people. I can look at my dad and see the choices he made and see where he's ended up. I can look at my mom and see where she is. I can look at my uncles. I can look at my aunties. The people around you. You can see the choices he made, and there's a pattern to it. So when people tell you you need to be quiet enough and look inward, like if you're quiet and attentive, you will see very many different things being revealed to you. So this midlife point is the one I always say. It's a really good chance. It's kind of a reset. You're given a reset to figure out what direction you want to take your life. Because at this point, most of my age mates are not really struggling with finances per se. They are okay to the most part, and their health is pretty okay. They don't really have those major debilitating things. But a couple of them have started getting the lifestyle diseases, the silly high blood pressure and the gouts and all that stuff. And I think it's pretty reversible at this point. It's still, you're just being given warning so that you can do something and change your trajectory. So if I have this knowledge, I think it would be pretty prudent that I use it. If I can see that path leads me to that destruction, like I can see the end result of a party life. I can see what the end game is with that. I can see the end game of people who don't take care of their bodies. You don't work out, you don't eat well, you don't. I can see where a few of them have ended up in their 60s and their 70s if they've gotten there. I can see the person who did nothing other than career, just focused on this job, and missed the entire family life. Now they're sitting at home because your work will stop, your body will stop you from working at some point. And if it's not your body, the government will, or something will stop you from working eventually, for most of us. So what life have you built to support you when you're not working? Do you have the love of your kids? Do you have the love of your spouse? Do you have a hobby? Do you have something that can keep you going? Do you have interests? Because you find, especially in the developed world, people will retire, they'll get their retirement benefit, and they will sit there. If they're married, they'll sit there with their spouse that they never really spent that much time with. So to put them together, what COVID did, where everyone's just stuck in the house and you have to now relearn your partner, you're put in that situation. Now it's not a COVID situation. It's not uncertain. This is until death do you part, if that. You get people who go back to work. They go get some mediocre job like stacking shelves in a supermarket or doing silliness, just trying to keep themselves busy. And their kids don't have time for them because while the kids were kids, the parents had no time for them. So there is no relationship. They will see you over Christmas or Easter or some major holiday period. And I had someone complaining about this on what social media platform was that? I think it might have been on TikTok, where this guy was complaining about boomers and how boomers they're so they don't take responsibility for anything they did as parents, all the mistakes they made. And while he was ranting, I could relate with where he was coming from, and I could empathize because I was raised by boomers, and I feel like his rant was more of sort of wanting an acknowledgement or an apology or something. Like you want them to take responsibility, you want your parent to take responsibility, and be that as it may, you want them to do things, but you can only control what you can control. I got to the point where I just decided to forgive it all. You have to, that's the letting go again. You have to accept that these people are doing the best they can. And if they could do better, they will do better. So let them be. If they didn't get to their midlife and decide to change their path, whatever, maybe they will get there, or maybe they won't. You're going to sit there being salty because a parent didn't parent you the way you would have wanted to be parented. They did their best. They did what they needed to do. They got you to a place where you can now heal. It is, at least you've acknowledged something was wrong. It's up to you to heal yourself. A parent's not going to come and apologize to you. And if they do, well, power to you. It's really good for you. But with or without the apology, you need to be able to live. You need to be able to live your life to the best of your abilities. So we can't now blame the parents for the choices they made. They made their choices, and they're going to live with their choices. So if you don't have a relationship with your grandkids, you don't have a relationship with your kids, it's also a choice you made. The boomers tend to blame their children, which is kind of cliche. Boomers, as we just said, they don't take responsibilities. Not all of them, the few of them. But you forgive them and, take your peace from where you can get it. Accept that they're doing their best, and you do your best. Set your boundaries and live your life. Actions have consequences. That's just a law that we tend to forget, but actions have consequences. So every action you choose has a consequence. And it is what it is. That's what they say, it's a law. It's like gravity. You can't fight it. It is what it is. And the last one I want to talk about is personal development one. A friend asked me when I started kind of reading the books and listening to what I call the right people. Friend asked me, yo, I never thought I'd ever see you in self-help. Like self-help was never a thing I thought would be your thing. And I said, yeah, neither did I. Until I realized nobody was coming to help me. I had to help myself. I literally just had to help myself. The information that we expect to be given to us by, well, again, if you think the government is coming to save you, you are a boomer. You are living in the Stone Age. Government doesn't save anybody. No government saves people. It is a whole other animal in itself. You will need to save yourself. So that would mean you would need to figure out what is stifling you. First, you need to acknowledge that you are stifled in some areas. You need to acknowledge that you are making poor decisions in some areas. Then look for ways to help you make better decisions. Because motivation is so short-lived. But it can help jumpstart. It can help you jumpstart something. The resolutions, when you write your resolutions every year in January and decide you're going to hit the gym in the last 2 months, 3 months, best case. Those ones are just small motivations. But discipline is completely different from motivation. You have to find a why. You have to find a purpose. You have to find a reason why you want to do something different for yourself. Without a reason, it all goes up in smoke. It's not solid. The reason kind of grounds it and gives it purpose. When my reason for losing weight was so I could look good, that weight never went anywhere. It stayed, it hung on properly. But when I changed it to, I want to be able to live better. I want to be able to run with my kids. I want to be able to dance with the kids. I want to be able to go up a flight of stairs. I want to build I want to live better. I want to be healthier. I want to have a better quality of life later. Even when the kids leave the nest, I need to be able to hang out with my babe and we travel and we go do these things because we are fit enough. We can still do these things. I don't want to pick the vacations where I can sit the whole day. I want to pick a vacation where I'll go for an adventure, see the world, go hike, walk, swim, snorkel, do something. Like, I want to be able to move. And the only way I can be able to move is if I do the things that will help me now. If I can move now, I'll be able to move then. But if I can't move now, then it's going to be hell on earth. It's going to be impossible to move. So my choices to learn and develop myself was to give me the choices I made to change the trajectory of that part of my life was because I wanted to learn the tricks of longevity, the tricks of better health, because they're all there. Listening to the ad that comes and tells you you can fix H. pylori. Oh, in essence, here in this general part of the world, Africa, H. pylori I think is a big money maker. So many people are suffering from this thing, and they just kept on medication, like continuous. Every few weeks you're on this medication, and if something is bothering you consistently, it should be a sign that your body is trying to tell you something. There's something you're doing that's wrong. And this thing can be treated. And so you get the medication, you treat it, then you go back to doing the wrong thing. That is what we do with important things in our lives. Learning what is working, the homeopathic treatments to small things. Like, I'll give you an example. When I started learning things about home remedies and things that are working, like what to eat when you have this kind of issue, what the moringas do, what the natural things do, I came across, came across this olive oil thing, not olive oil, castor oil. And I realized castor oil has got so many benefits. I never used any of them. I've had castor oil in the house forever. I don't even know why. I don't put oil in my hair, I don't put oil in my kids' hairs. You always just have things in the house. that you never really use. Until my sis told me how many things castor oil can fix. So I went and read up on this thing. I'm like, wow. So I move around with bottles of castor oil now because it is such an important thing to have around the house. It is a fixer of very many things. It's the way the neem plant just fixes so many things. We get too comfortable with the chemical solution, the instant solution that comes with side effects. So now my kids get a boo-boo. What we do is we put castor oil on it. Please try it. Thank me later. It is such a quick fix. Even from the swellings and things. Castor oil has made my life so much easier since I discovered it. So small things that you learn help you along the way. So personal learning and personal development is a thing that you have to cut time out for. You're not going to just learn things randomly because you clicked on a random YouTube or a short and you got this one thing. There's so many things out there that can be learned, and they can help you and your family and your friends and the people around you, because you are the star of your own universe. The things you can affect around you are endless. So it is up to you to decide to learn to better your life, to decide to grow yourself, to better your relationships, become a better person so that your relationship can be better. Your relationship with your parents, relationship with your spouse, relationship with your kids. Just better your own relationships by learning how to grow yourself, how to develop yourself. Learn the rules of life. Life is not random. Life is purposeful. And there are rules that are given to help people live a little bit easier with less strife. And if we follow these rules, I feel like we'll be on the right track to better health, to better mental wellness, to better mental wellness, and to just being better people and better parents. And yeah, so we get to choose our hard, because none of those things is easy. It's hard. If it's hard now, it's easy later. If it's easy now, it's probably going to be a little bit harder later. So let's choose the hard thing now and make it so easy. Make it flow in your life so easy. Make it a habit. Make it a habit such that in future it's just a no-brainer. And I think it will be the best thing we've ever done for ourselves, or you ever did for yourself. It's the best thing I have done for myself. And I give myself the grace to grow and the humility to learn. I will make mistakes along the way. You will make mistakes along the way. But once you veer off that path, always get back the path of least resistance. Smooth path. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. It was a joy, and I hope you subscribe. Come back soon. Adios.